All right, whenever. Am I ready to go? All right, I'm James Nardone, chef owner of Elma and Fishtown. Sorry, I'm like, things are crushing. Yeah. So, philosophy behind what we're doing at Elma is, and behind the cooking, the philosophy behind the cooking at Elma is we are trying our absolute best, right? And that's just complete, like, raw, like, cooking the best to our ability, buying the best to our ability, and just really just busting our asses for our guests. And people that come in here, if you come in here and you sit for an a la carte service or a tasting menu service, you'll see how hard we work for you. It is like the best value to come into a restaurant like this. You have like extremely experienced cooks and front of house just basically taking care of you and like 12 other people. Like, this isn't a place where you're sitting around wondering what's happening. We are constantly, if you're in here, you are our absolute priority. So that, along with the cooking, that's that's our philosophy. Is not just, the actual cookery. It's like the actual guest experience, and not even that, just being hospitable and being like a real, being real as hell, like knowing like how to take, cues. And there's no other restaurant that can do that unless you're this size. And like there's a few of us in Philly right now, but if you have a bigger restaurant, there's no way. I guarantee it. My wife and I go out to these restaurants. Guaranteed, it is not. You can't do it. It's impossible. It is impossible if you have more than like 20 seats to be able to focus on a singular guest experience in here. Sorry, we've got some cell phone activity. I need it because I need those guys. They're working up there. We'll talk about that. Why do I do chef service here? It's not just chef service. It's you're in basically. This is like I would tell you I probably spend more time here than my own home. So if you come in here, no one's gonna know how to navigate your experience better than me. So it's not just like chef service. It's I'm doing service. It's not like just my cook. We've had cooks punch in before and they help out. They'll walk with me, they'll do a drop phrase here and there. But no one has that acute sense of there's no like the detail level just isn't there. And it's not to fault anybody. There's not I can't train you enough or show you enough times to where you'll actually be so in tune with it as I will. So it makes more sense for me just to do it and assure that the guests have the best time they can, like the best experience they can have. Um, I'm a bit of a controlling guy. I know I am. I'm working on being a little like letting go a little bit, but it's all for the best interest of the guest. That's 100% why I'm so, hardline about it. But that's why we do it, and it works, and the guests love it. They come in here for a little bit of both, like the service perspective, where they get to deal with me, and definitely the food. So it's win-win. That's why. So future things I see happening at Elma. Um, in the short term, we need to get our hoods fixed again. Um, they're working on them right now. They're up there. Um, that's the big thing, is like making sure that the infrastructure of this place is like sound, because it is such a tough place to keep running so tight. And it's every little thing that goes wrong from a utility perspective in here, everyone feels the repercussions of it, specifically the guests. And to be like, hey, sorry, our thing's busted or this is wrong. Dude, I will never. I can't. I hate making excuses. And it's like, here, let's start over from the top. I don't want to talk about that. So future things happening with Elma is pushing a la carte all summer. It's been a hit off the bat. Um, we are crushed right now, and it's great. I love it. It's bringing a new life back into the like. We never like lost a life in this place. It's been like we never really lost excitement or anything like that. It's just generating a new turn and burn kind of situation in here that's like such a great, like it's so alive on those nights. Like if we do like 35, 40 covers of a la carte, it is just buzzing in here. And that's something that I think this restaurant was always just in dire need of. Because a la carte, if we're busy on a la carte, it's fun and we're great and I love it. It's just, it's not so, it's a little bit more of a high touch where it's a little bit less, it's not as chaotic, but it's not chaotic in a way where like we're missing things or the guests are having a bad time. The guests are having a great time. Just we're throwing pans around back there. And it feels like really like real cooking. Brings me back to like when I was a young cook along these lines and just getting buried, like absolutely smashed. And it's just, that's great. It creates a great, it gets the team closer when you're working like that. You build these better relationships with your team. And I think it just makes you such a tighter restaurant. Um, I think personally, this is some of the best food I think I've ever cooked ever. It's just simple. It's not these like 12 ingredient like all this footwork on plating. It's just simple food, and I think that's where this restaurant's going is simplify everything. And right now it's working so well, and the team I couldn't give them really any more credit because they're all killing it. We're all just doing it together. We'll be able to do it alone. So that's where we're at. My favorite sauce is. Oof, that's a tough one. I was thinking about this all night. I was trying to think of a sauce like my grandmother cooked. I'd be like, that's so cute, but I can't really think of one. It's on our menu right now. Au poivre is probably up there. It's probably one of my favorite sauces. Um, I love. I think equally in a different application, like either béarnaise or hollandaise. I love a nice eggy sauce. I love sauce grabiche as well. So I'll give you a few. I can't pick just one. It's like what's your favorite band? What's your favorite song? It's like I'll give you like five, dude. So and it depends on the weather. It depends on how I'm feeling. I'm like a piccata sauce. A Villa de Roma like classic like tomato sauce. You know, um, like a brown gravy on like egg foo young. Like, what are we talking about? It depends on how I'm feeling. If I'm depressed, if I'm happy, if I'm mad, if I'm whatever. I think it always depends on that, and I think that's why cooking is so important. It's such an emotional connection. It's like, how am I feeling? What am I in the mood for? So I can't pick just one, sir. I refuse to. My grandmother, duh. Elma, of course. Who else do I want to cook for? There's no one else I'd want to cook for at this point. It's like your dream when they ask the golfers and shit like, yo, like epic epic foursome. Who are the three guys you're going out with? And Tiger Woods is like my dad who's dead, my son, and like I don't need anybody else. So that's who I would cook for, or my father.